This video is dedicated to Veronica. May she rest in peace. Hey everybody. Hope you guys are doing good out there. This story time is going to be a little sad, guys. A little bit. Because it's about me actually losing a girlfriend to street violence, you know. Yeah, guys, it's going to be kind of sad. But I hope you guys still watch it and still like it. And, you know, real life things happen. You know, this is my life story. So I'm just giving you guys a little bit of insight, you know, into my life. And that's what this video is about. Enjoy, guys. Now, first, I want to start out by saying that this story took place on the south side of Milwaukee. I live in Milwaukee, for the people that don't know, new subscribers and whatnot. I live in Milwaukee, and on the south side is predominantly a lot of gangsters, a lot of crime. It's the majority of the population over there is like Latino people, Mexican, Puerto Rican people. And I used to live over there. You know, I never had a problem. You know, at that time, particular time, guys, drugs had a bunch of, I'll just say drugs had a lot to do with this situation and my girlfriend Veronica getting killed. So I'm just going to start out by giving you guys a little bit of insight as to the environment that we were in. Okay, guys, like I said, this is kind of like a drug. Me and Veronica basically was getting high together. She was my girlfriend, guys. I'm just going to give it to y'all straight up because that's the only way I can do it, you know. Me and Veronica were friends, all right? And we met each other actually on the north side of Milwaukee. And it was on something else, but it was still drug related, you know. She was my girlfriend. She was my get high buddy, you know, and we just became close. And sometimes it wasn't really about drugs, you know, as far as our relationship goes. Me and her just became friends. We became really close. So, you guys, we were basically kicking it, me and her, on the south side of Milwaukee. And we was turning dates, getting high, doing all that stuff, guys. The thing is, it's a spin here. And that spin is that Veronica was a stud. She was a hardcore stud. She did not fuck around with men at all. Not at all. So the story does have a twist. Because that's pretty much men was the reason, you know, that she got killed. But yeah, guys, we were out and about, you know, and we crossed paths, you know. This was in the afternoon. It was like, I don't remember what day, y'all. I don't remember what day, months and all that stuff. I just know it was years and years and years ago. Like, it's been over, shit, 15 years ago, guys. Maybe longer. Could be longer. But we were out there, all right? And at this particular time, she didn't have any money. I didn't have any money. So we were hungry, guys. And believe it or not, we were like literally outside in a gangway, in between a gangway. So this is what we did. We went into this little corner store and stole those hot peanuts, 2 for $1 hot peanuts. We stole Vienna sausages and Wildwood sodas. I don't remember the flavors of the sodas, but they was Wildwood. I remember the brand. And we stole it. We came back out of the store and went into a gangway, guys. A gangway. Outside. Okay? That was rough. But, yeah, and we just sat there. We ate them Vienna sausages and those peanuts, and we was talking and, you know, happy to have some soda and shit, believe it or not. But we were. So we were basically making plans to link up that night. You know, we were going to both go on our ways, get some money, and link up that night, later that night. That's what the plan was, okay? So basically, guys, after we finished our little snack, okay, we departed. And we, like I said, we agreed to see each other later on that night, okay? I ended up going to a drug house, a dope house. And I was partying in there all night, right? This was on 17th and National. And just so happened, it was a hotel directly next to this drug house. And that's where Veronica was. Okay, guys, like I said, I was in a duplex, a drug house that happened to be right next to this hotel that she was in. Directly, right side by side. So, you know, I'm in there partying, kicking it, you know, whatever. Wonder what was going on with her. You know, I hadn't heard from her. You know, we were supposed to get together that night. And just so happened to be side by side. But anyway, guys, check this out. She worked at a refrigeration type company. And that was on 12th and National. Just a few blocks down. We were on 17th. Okay? And I say that for a reason. And I'm going to get into why. But we was kicking it. Separate places. Okay? The very next morning, because we never got up that night. I ain't never hear from her. I was calling her. I just didn't get an answer. We never linked up. So I ain't think too much about it. You know, I'm up in there partying, head all in the clouds. I'm kicking it. So the next morning comes and I left up out of the spot. Left up out of the spot, and when I went outside, I saw the yellow tape all around the hotel. Like, what the fuck? What happened? People standing all outside and this and the other. Somebody saw me and it was like, hey, your girlfriend got killed. I'm like, who? What? What are you talking about? They didn't know her name, though. And they was like, the dark-skinned girl that you be with all the time, the dark-skinned girl. But they didn't know her name. So I didn't know who the hell they was talking about. Because when you out there in them streets, you encounter a lot of different types of people. I wasn't cool with a lot of people, but I was cool with her. But I still didn't know who they was talking about. So I just so happened to go to her job. I walked to her job because I wanted to. Actually, this is what happened. She had introduced me. I've been to her job before. She had introduced me to her boss, the guy that owned the place, and he was really a trick. Okay, guys? So I had left, and I was on my way down there because I never hooked up with her, thinking maybe she at work. But at the same time, if she is, I still could see the boss. Get some money, right? Okay. Killing two birds with one stone. Okay, so what actually happened to her, guys? She had ended up catching not one, but two dates. Keep in mind, she was a stud. She did not sleep with men. Okay, period. A stud, hardcore stud. But she would manipulate the men into thinking that she would date them. And that was pretty much her thing, when really she would rob them. So, you know, we were thieves. We were robbers. That's what we did, you know. Hey, I did it too, you know, but she really, really depended on it because she knew just by being female that she could, you know, attract. Because she was attractive. She knew she could attract the guys, and she did. And that night, y'all, she got two of them, and all three of them was up in the hotel, you know, partying, getting high, whoop, 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 whatever, whatever. I wasn't there. This is just what I was told. And basically, things went wrong. She tried to rob him. I don't know how it went down. Like I said, I don't know. But she did try to rob him. And basically, there was a struggle, a big fight. It was a big struggle. And, you know, she basically lost her life, guys. They strangled her to death. She was strangled to death. Sad. But like I said, that morning, I was on my way to where she worked. So I proceeded to get there. And when I got there, the boss was busy. He had customers there. So he said, well, just go wait in the back for me, you know, and I'll be right there when I'm done with these people. I said, okay, fine. So I go in the back. And you guys, I'm telling you, you know, I'm a spiritual person. And I do believe in, you know, life after death and all that type of stuff. But when I was waiting for him, I was feeling some weird things in that room. Weird. And I couldn't figure the shit out. It was like creepy, strange though. I couldn't figure it out. I just felt strange. Almost like I was being watched, and it was just crazy. It's hard to explain it. It's hard to explain it. And I'm pretty good with using my words, but that feeling was just indescribable. So, excuse me. He comes back, you know, when his customers leave, he came back there and he was like, you know, it's really, really sad about what happened to Veronica. And I was like, what happened to her? And he told me that it was her that had gotten killed right up the street at the hotel and this and the other. So he basically filled me in. And guys, I really believe that that was her spirit I was feeling before he came back there to tell me. I think it was her trying to tell me. And it was so just odd, so scary, so emotional. It was, like I said, it's indescribable. But yeah, he basically let me know what happened to her. And, you know, I was devastated. I was crushed. I mean, when I knew it was her, I left there just silent, you know, like somber. You know, it's like my whole perspective changed. I was thinking about, girl, you don't need to be out here. Because that could have been me, even though I knew when to pick and choose what times, if I was going to rob somebody. You know, I'm not saying she wasn't smart or anything, but I pretty much didn't, you know, put myself in harm's way like that. If I can get away with the shit, cool. But if I couldn't, I say fuck it, because I knew that I was going to have another date, you know. Hey, it was just like that. So I wasn't tripping about it. I wasn't that desperate, you know. Even though I was on drugs still. So guys, that's pretty much what happened to Veronica. And it's a very sad, you know, episode, but it's very real. Stuff like this happens all the time. And guys, that's why if there's anybody out there that's on drugs, if you can, you know, let that shit go, because it is not the way to go, guys. All it is evil. And I'm talking about cocaine, guys. I ain't talking about no weed. I'm talking about cocaine, because that's what we were doing. And I can only describe it as being a demonic drug. You know, nothing good comes from it. Nothing. And, you know, if you guys want to get anything out of the story, it's just to try to stay focused and not go down the path of drugs, getting high and shit like that. It's, like I said, that's not what you do. That's not the way to go. And I had to reevaluate some things, you know, after, you know, her death. It was hard to regroup, because that was somebody I knew personally, you know. And it was just, you know, a tragedy. One of the worst hands-on tragedies that I ever experienced. So, you know, last but least, guys, I just want to say, try to stay focused out here. Don't let, you know, drugs take you off your square, or, you know, take you to a place you don't want to be, if you can help it. So, guys, and hold on to your friends out there, because you never know when you lose them. So, all right, guys, thanks for watching.